Hello and welcome everyone to the VAU mic check. This week we are doing another video game script, except we're going to have two characters interacting. Now this is sort of a harrowing script. One of the characters is injured, and it's a really, really difficult choice that they have to make right here. So we're going for acting. We're going for drama. This is definitely going to challenge you as an actor on top of everything. So without any further ado, we have Ian and Nathan who have volunteered to go first. So whenever you guys are ready, from the top.
Hey, sit here. Quickly, put your hand on the wound. It should slow down the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me to wait longer. I'm so hungry, I got careless.
Stop it! I'm sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you're hungry. We're both hungry. Fortunately, it's only you who are stupid.
What are we gonna do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. We can't stay here too long. You'll die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. We know what happened to Pashka. He did not last a week in that place.
Yeah, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for long in that place. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget about the pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose, now!
Yes, and what do you suggest, huh? Well, it's your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade, and I suppose wisdom does favor desperate man.
You won't like what I say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings secret, though I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile.
You...
Always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down. It's the only way.
You know that I cannot do that. This wound has simply made you crazier than normal. Okay, now, tell me something's not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our family will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe, but the police will not. Maybe the police will not find us. They're not so smart either, you know.
Do you not hear the dogs? They will have us soon. And know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up first. And I would have to sit here listening to your stupid screams.
Yes, and I could never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think...
Go!
Go now!
Now! And don't look back, please. Just look forward to our families and our children. And tell them not to worry. I'm at peace, knowing their bellies are full. And in my final hours, I could help to keep them safe and warm. Now leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dog myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people as you, old friend, who lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
Alrighty then. So, how did that feel for you guys?
I felt That was a very healthy take for me.
Oh, good. No self-criticism, but I got so swept up in that I almost grabbed his line.
Oh no, you did grab his line.
Yeah, you did grab my line, and I was like,
record.
I'm just like, I love this.
I was like, hey, dude, wait, what are you doing? I'm breaking character. No, you can't break character. Yeah, dude, that's pretty good. I like that.
All right. Do we have anybody else who is willing to pipe up? Anybody else who might have come in that I hadn't seen or anything like that?
Oh, Philip came in, but then he disappeared.
Yeah, we lost Philip to the internet.
Okay. Well, all right. One of the things that I noticed about this read is you guys didn't really keep up what was going on with your characters. Ian, you did change up some of the script. You did change up some of the lines.
Yeah, I know.
So I would just say, be careful of that. And like I've said before, something that makes really good voiceover in general, especially video game and animation voiceover, is a sense of place, a sense of actually being in this world, a sense of actually being in this situation and of what's going on. So now that you've had a time to run through it, to actually see the way that the whole thing plays out, to see how you work off of each other, what are some things that you guys noticed that you are thinking about trying in a different way?
Because for me, my character is left there dying and bleeding and totally just suffering there. And Refugee 2 is trying to cheer him up and do whatever he can to make sure that we can, like, the reassurance that we can get out of there before the dogs come. But I'm trying to think of a situation where I could die even more, or it's like not even die even more, but provide more of the relationship of a close friend that we have met before, and that we have that kind of bond that he will not leave me. So I have to make him leave, but still give him that sort of chuckle, that sort of laugh that I always gave as that character. Because for me, as these two, they always, from what I'm reading and from what I see, they joke around a lot. So we know that in order to cheer them up, because they probably worked in a concentration camp and we're probably escaping that. So the cheerfulness that Nathan gives is supposed to make me feel better, but at the same time, I'm throwing it back at him. But at the same time, I'm dying in close pain. So I'm trying to see what we could do when we interact. Right? I know I can't plan it that perfectly, but at the same time, as we go along, something spontaneous might happen. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish on the next take.
Okay.
Yeah, I see Refugee 2 has a lot of, elements of my own personality. Going through a rough situation, but consistently trying to be encouraging. I can feel that just in the way he's speaking, especially buttoning up with chuckles and laughs, which for myself, method acting aside, I am like that when I am going through something. I have this tendency to just kind of try to laugh it off.
One thing that I would really like to see from both of you is taking more time with the lines. You guys rush through them pretty quickly. And, we don't have a whole lot of people who are waiting in line to go right now. So you guys have got some time. What I'd like to see is you actually giving these, these story points in each of these lines some extra weight. Like, Nathan, Refugee 2's second line over there, which says "stop it."
Yeah.
You kind of, when you got to the chuckle, there was this awkward, like, you chuckled. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid, and then laugh. Like, I feel that you needed to give it a little bit more time in between what was happening. Something like, "Stop it. I am sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid." Do you see what I mean? Like there needs to be
Yeah.
that time to allow the character to calm down from what's going on, and then allow the humor in them to come up. Do you see what I mean? Like there needs to be that transition point. You guys
Yeah.
need to slow down and allow yourselves to act through the lines. Just because you see, rapid fire one after the next, after the next, after the next, doesn't mean that there is this instant back and forth between them. You probably hear the dogs way off in the distance. You probably hear shouting way off in the distance. So you guys have some time to allow the gravity of your situation to really sink in to what's going on, to really sink in and to really color the lines.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because I also know in real life, like if we were in a dire situation, it wouldn't be talks back and forth. It would sort of be in whispers because we don't want to get caught. And
Then why are you talking normally back and forth?
yeah.
Why are you doing
Good point.
Hey, what are you guys doing over there?
that? Yeah.
We're hiding.
I'm sorry, that was stupid.
That's actually why I left in this whole background at the top here too. So you actually have a sense of where you start the scene. You have a sense of the kind of mood that you're in. This is dark. This is heavy. This is, two friends, two people who've known each other for a really long time, and who, obviously they know each other well enough to know each other's families, to trust each other, to take care of each other's families. These two people having to decide whether or not to leave one of them behind to be killed. There's a weight to that. There's a gravity to that I really want to hear.
Yeah. All right, ready? Nathan?
Okay. One moment. Hey, sit here quickly. Put your hand on the wound. It should slow the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me to wait longer. I'm so hungry. I got careless.
Stop it. I am sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you're hungry. We're both hungry. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid.
What are we gonna do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You'll die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die.
Yes.
You know what happened to Pashka? He did not last a week in that place.
Yes, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for very long in that place. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget about the pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes. And what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings secret, though I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You've always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave. By yourself. I will only slow you down. It is the only way.
You know I can't do that. This wound simply made you crazier than normal. Okay, now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our family will starve. Our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police won't find us. They're not so smart either, you know.
Do you not hear the dogs? They will find us soon. And know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up at first. And I would sit there listening to your stupid screams.
Yeah, and I could never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think.
Go now! And don't look back, please. Just look forward to our families and our children. And tell them not to worry. I am at peace, knowing their bellies are full. And in my final hours, I could help to keep them safe and warm. Now leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
All right. How did that one feel for you guys this time around?
I like that one.
Well, I'm not asking an opinion because an opinion requires judgment. What I'm asking is what you feel. Like, how did that feel? Did it feel like you were more part of the scene? Did it feel like what did you feel?
I felt more there.
Yeah, I felt more present. I knew my place a little bit more, and I knew for a fact that this bullet probably hit my internal organs, so probably not gonna get out of there alive.
I felt like I was in a scene from Saving Private Ryan.
It's like I'm dude, I'm dead, dude. I'm dead, dude.
Can you imagine if like that was actually said, "Oh, dude, no, I'm dead, dude. Just get out of here. Just go. I'm dead."
Dude, leave me behind, dude. I'm dead.
It's every
I'm
scene.
dead.
It felt like every scene in every war movie I've ever seen. You know, there's that one guy that's always cast as the dude that takes the bullet, gets his legs blown off, something like that. You know,
There's always a lieutenant thing.
even right down to Forrest Gump. You know, Forrest, take care of my mom. You know, that sort of thing. Except for the Lieutenant Dan. Put me down, Forrest!
You got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I can walk on air.
I think y'all put a lot more life into that, Reed.
Yeah.
A lot more life into a dying character's read.
Yeah,
Well-
you know.
Well,
No, I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean, and I totally agree. I do. I totally
I can see
agree.
it. He's got. I mean, I'm like seeing this bleeding wound. He's got his hand on it. You know. Yeah. I'm trying to comfort him, and at the same time, you know, and that adjusted tone. Thank you very much for that direction. That adjusted tone, I believe, brought us both into the moment a lot better.
I can put it back in.
Yeah, the thing is, you know, there's always context, and the problem with plain text is that it doesn't have much context, if that makes much sense. It's up to your mind to supply it. So it really requires you to look into the script pretty deep. You know, what's really being said here? What's really going on?
Yeah.
I think you guys did a much better job this time around of making it feel a bit more believable. My only thing is I still don't think it had necessarily as much emotional weight as it could have. At some places and a little too much in others.
So too much sugar.
too much sugar in especially that sort of like Left Behind scene, because if you read their characters before, they're sort of almost like, it's the best way that I could describe them is almost like frenemies at this point. They're making fun of each other, threatening each other with stupid stuff, but that there's a camaraderie there.
There's a kind of friendship.
It almost melts down at the end to, and I hate putting this way, but almost romantic. And that didn't sound quite right to me.
The bromance.
Yeah, the bromance that happened at the
bros.
end isn't exactly what I think would have been would be the right the right feel for it.
Well, I think it goes from, in the beginning, they don't realize how serious this is. He's just, they've just found a hiding spot. But by the end of the dialogue here, they realize that the one dude is definitely going to die.
I'm dead.
Well, I would disagree with that in the fact that they know quite well how serious it is at the very beginning.
I just think because they were making jokes in the beginning.
Well, they're doing that to sort of lighten the mood, yes, but they also realize that this is a situation that's going from bad to worse.
Yeah.
Or worse to disastrous is
Right.
probably a more accurate, description of it. They were probably expecting to get in, steal the food and meds and get out. And one of them is dying.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they're going through you guys know the steps of grief, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
This is
denial.
Yeah, at the beginning it's denial, but at the end it's acceptance.
Yeah.
Right. The whole mood changes is kind of what I was saying.
Anger. Like
From the beginning to the end, there's something, it changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The feel of their conversation.
Yeah, in the description, angry. What were you thinking? Yeah. And then they kind of get into, they try to start lightening up a little bit.
Yeah, so that they can, I don't know. I guess that's just their characters, try to break the tension, try to,
that's just how
lighten the mood. That's just them.
That's just me. Da-da-da-da-da.
Hey.
Hey.
You guys.
Oh, you.
Don't worry, I'll fix you right up there.
Medic. I need a medic.
Let me get my nose.
But yeah, that was my note for that. That was just what I was thinking. That towards the end, I think the emotional situation needs to be more of just grim acceptance, rather than this sort of like.
I won't let go, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the
And
relationship.
the humor does need to stay there. The comedic timing, the humor and whatnot, because you guys are saying these lines really grim and then trying to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, I feel like it's an awkward joke where it's
waiting-
like, you're not gonna die. I'm like,
Waiting for that Tom Hanks line. Earn this.
Well, for instance, let's go ahead and go to Refugees 1's line that starts with, "Do you hear the dogs?"
Oh.
So, like, there needs to be, humor right at that "dogs have always liked me better" part. Like, you need to have a little bit of a smile there. So it's sort of like maybe there's an awkward little silence, or maybe just after Refugee 2, said they're not so smart either, trying to lighten the mood. Refugee 1 will, come in after a little bit because of the ellipses. There's definitely, a pause there. Do you hear the dogs? They will find us soon. And know this, my friend, dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up first. And I would have to sit here listening to your stupid screams. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really taken too much time to parse out
That's
Everything's
that
good.
denial thing right there. It's like you're trying to divert your mind as far away from the pain as you can divert it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
That makes sense. Money.
Money.
That's the joke. You get the joke. That's
I get
you know
it.
what?
All right.
I'm
Well,
out.
if it makes sense, why don't you guys go ahead and
Okay.
read it to yourselves one more time. Pay attention to these little storyline points, to the little things that bring out what's going on with each of these characters, and then you guys can go ahead and go for one more read before we move on. And of course, if you have any comments or questions or anything, just pop it out. Who knows? Maybe we could all throw in a little something. Might be helpful.
What are you wanting to read, Michael?
I don't care. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with, I'll take the opposite.
Yeah, I don't really care either. Either side, because I've been listening to both sides, and I just really need to know which side to pay attention to.
Well, both sides are. Well, I mean, eventually, hopefully, we'll get everybody to read both.
Yeah.
So, just I guess we'll sort that out afterwards. But yeah, I can only help you to have both lines, both emotional states, both of everything like that in your head, because if you're playing the opposite part, you want to know how your counterpart is going to most likely respond or react.
Well, I was just really wanting to know, so I know if I need to stab my arm for this first read or the second one. So, I was trying to get ready.
Where's the pain? Where is it?
I'll method.
Because for me, I got shot in the stomach. That's my thing.
He's doing his soul.
I'm bleeding out. I'm dead.
Give the man his raw liver and coffee.
All right. So,
no escape.
Nathan, you guys ready?
Yeah.
You good to go, Ian? Or you need a little bit more time?
Ready when you are.
All right. From the top, go for it.
Hey, sit here quickly. Put your hand on the wound. It's to slow down the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me not to wait longer. I'm so hungry. I got careless.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Now, apologies won't help us right now. Yeah, you're hungry. We're both hungry. Fortunately, it's only you who are stupid.
What are you going to do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here long. You'll die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka? He did not last a week in that place.
Yeah, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for very long in that place. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget about the pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes, and what do you suggest, huh? Well, come on. It is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret, though I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You've always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down. It is the only way.
You know that I cannot do that. This wound has simply made you crazier than normal. Okay, now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police won't find us. You know, they're not so smart either, you know.
Do you not hear the dogs? They will find us soon. And know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up first. And I will have to sit here listening to your stupid screams.
Yeah, and I could never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think.
Go! Now! Don't look back, please. Just look forward to our families and our children. And tell them not to worry. I'm at peace, knowing their bellies are full. And in my final hours, I could help to keep them safe and warm. Now leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
Alrighty then. Well, opening it up. Who thought what about what?
That was pretty good. I liked it when he died. That was awesome.
How did you guys feel this time around? Feel like you had it more?
I went with the course of the 5 stages of death, so I felt a little bit more like, oh, so this is what it's like when I die. Oh, this. Oh no.
Yeah.
There's like no choice in the matter for me. But yeah. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah.
Fantastic death scene. You deserve an Emmy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
He died like a dog. Eaten by dogs.
He died by dogs.
Just kidding. I died like a dog.
Now, my only note is something that seems to be a constant and reoccurring issue among voice actors in general, and that is the
directions.
The interruption.
Oh yeah.
After the dog thing. You know, it needs to be. Refugee 1 needs to step all over Refugee 2's toes. Because that's the point where all the consideration is just getting, stupid. It's getting ridiculous. It's taking too much time. And it's going to cost them everything.
I would say jump in with go right at the ellipses where I start to say, I just don't think.
Or right in the middle of think.
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
hold on.
don't wait for the line to finish. This is a point where, that's the point where Refugee 1...
Oh.
Yeah, that's the point where Refugee 1 finally is like, you know what, this has taken too long. I've done, we've gone through all of this trouble. I'm dying. We need to get this back, and we need to get it back now, and you are taking way too long.
Yeah, for Refugee 2 is the only way, and he just interrupts, like, hey, you ain't gonna die. That one? you know that I cannot do that? Or is it?
No, it was back at yes, and I could never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think go now and don't look back.
Yeah, I had on because of the way I've got my copy set up, I have 2 separate pages, and I have his line on that one where you were talking about, where you're like, it is the only way, and then I interrupt. You know that I cannot do that. I literally had a gap. I had to read ahead and remember what the end of your line looked like before I started in on mine. So, it was a little bit of it's like, okay, I'm watching his face and his mouth move, and I can't even see him. So I'm like picturing Ian in my head looking straight at me. So
I guess for me, for the go nows, I just don't think, and then the dogs bark, and then I'm like, oh, then it, go now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my only thing.
Yeah.
But I think we've spent enough time that I feel comfortable moving on. What do you guys think?
All right.
You guys cool with that?
Yes.
You ready to be on the other side of the chair now? The other side of the mic?
Yes.
Oh, are we switching, or is it gonna be?
It's director chair time.
No, it's director chair. you guys will have a chance to read the opposite lines again soon. But yeah, actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to do Refugee 1.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Alrighty then. So from the top.
So hang on, let me get the pencil out of my arm. Okay. Hey, sit here quickly. Put your hand on the wound. It should slow the bleeding. What? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me not to wait longer. I'm so hungry, I got careless.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you're hungry. We're both hungry. Fortunately, it's only you who are stupid.
What are we going to do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know, but we can't stay here too long. You'll die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka. He did not last a week in that place.
Yes, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay here very long in that hell. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget my pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes. And what do you suggest? Eh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade, and I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret, though I promise not to punch you this time.
Oh, wait. I totally screwed up. Pick up. Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You've always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down.
You know that I cannot do that. This one just simply made you crazier than normal. Okay? Now tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the place will not find us. they're not so smart either, you know.
Do you hear the dogs? They will find us soon. And know this, my friend, dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up first. And I would have to sit here listening to your stupid screams.
Yes, I can never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think.
I'd go now and don't look back. Please, just look forward to our families and our children and tell them not to worry. I'm at peace knowing that their bellies are full. And in my final hours, I can help to keep them safe and warm. Now leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
And scene.
And scene.
And scene.
And
That was good, Michael.
And scene.
That was right.
Thank you.
Now, one little thing, just a slight little thing, is Refugee 2 was a little too loud for somebody trying to hide.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah. Now he dropped into that hush, that hushed tone toward the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to take all of your lines on that level, you know, because I mean, one, you're speaking to one person. Okay. So you're talking directly to Michael. So talk directly to your microphone like you're talking to one person, you know, so keeping in that tone.
I was probably too close to my mic, too.
I was going to say Refugee 2 raised the stakes a bit. He's
The
dying.
emotional delivery was, especially toward the end, I could feel that, you know.
Yeah.
Again, it was that, you know, waiting for Tom Hanks to go, earn this.
I'm about to.
I mean,
When I said good job, I was not referring to myself. I was referring to your lines, Michael.
no, you did fantastic. It just needed some few adjustments, you know. And,
Yeah.
Well, it's always it's just little course corrections here and there.
Yeah. Usually when you see people screaming yet they're hiding, it's an anime.
Or
Yeah.
we're having like a flashback about all those times. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, for 20 minutes, when are those guards going to come out and kill me?
Yeah.
The-
Those
the-
guys.
The thing is so the words that are in all caps that need to be sort of emphasized can be done also with just vocal tension.
Yeah.
So like at the end of Refugee 2's first line, you know, what were you thinking? Instead of going, what were you thinking? You know, it could be something more like, what were you thinking?
It's that Nancy Wolfson, where's my keys thing.
Yeah.
Where's my key?
I'm sorry. I've been, you know, studying a lot with her, and it's all kind of sinking in at once.
Well, Michael knows what I'm talking about. The active hush thing where it's like, you know, oh my God, I lost my keys. Where are my keys? You know, so you're not yelling it, but you're just like, you know, you're trying to find some.
Like silent yelling.
Yeah. It's just like under your teeth.
Like, son of no.
What were you thinking?
No.
Yeah. A
So-
little more legible to the microphone, but at the same time, just punch the words a little bit, but keep it down here.
You
Yeah,
stubbed your toe in a library.
Active hush. There. That's the right word for that.
That's what it's called.
All right. So, are we ready for another go?
All right.
Yep.
One more round.
Hey, sit here quickly. Put your hands on the wound. We should slow the bleeding. What? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. It was stupid of me not to wait longer. I'm so hungry, I got careless.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid.
What are we going to do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You will die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka. He did not last a week in that place.
Yes, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for very long in that hell. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget my pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes, and what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade, and I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret, though I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You've always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down. It's the only way.
You know that I can't do that. This wound has simply made you crazier than normal, okay? Now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police will not find us. They're not so smart either, you know.
Do you not hear the dogs? They will find us. Soon. And know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up first. And I would have to sit here listening to your stupid screams.
Yes, and I can never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think so.
Go. Now. And don't look back. Please. Just look forward to our families and our children. And tell them not to worry. I'm at peace, knowing that their bellies are full. And in my final hours, I can help them I can help keep them safe and warm. Now, leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you, my friend. There are very few people such as you, old friend. You have lived long enough to find my respect, and I'm just sorry that I could not have done more for you to find. Nah, goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me. And scene.
Sorry, at the end there, I just ran away from you. I didn't. I dropped the line at the very end, and I just ran away.
All right, well, opening it up. What did y'all think?
Who's crying?
In spite of dropping the line, I caught the implication.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I thought I caught it, but I did drop the line though.
I mean, it in a way, it felt like it added to the moment. You know, I mean, I know there would be, you know, a pickup on that if need be, but sometimes mistakes like that add to what you're doing. And a director would be like, okay, let me ask the producer. Producer was like, leave it in. It's good. You know,
It sounds real.
we'll call you back in 3 months and tell you need to change it.
And then find that character again.
Yeah.
You'll never find him.
The key to that is always keep
You'll
a
never
reference.
find me.
As much as possible, keep a reference to every character you can do. You do, if it's possible.
If it's possible, always do that.
Yeah, because
I remember when I forgot my characters.
so I've got stuff going back to 2012.
12 years.
But
All right, then. So, notes on the sound and the acting itself. What did you guys notice? What did you guys think?
the tone
Change.
coming from both of you guys, he stayed in that hushed mode. You know, so it was more, you know, we're talking directly to one another instead of trying not to talk to the broader audience.
Yeah.
But you could hear everything clearly.
Yeah.
I liked how Refugee 2 was able to play off Refugee 1 more and riff off that and go off that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I like that one better than
Yeah.
the first.
Yeah, I mean, you know, see the bleeding flesh wound and the, you know, all of that going on. Flesh wound, not to be mistaken for Monty Python. It's only a flesh wound. Come on.
Flesh wound?
It's only a scratch. It's like a manga. Scratch.
Tis but a scratch. Now take me with you.
All right.
No, it was fantastic. I mean, you guys had just the right tone, you know.
Right
And-
amount of spice. Not too much sugar.
Yeah.
So I heard a ding. Did we have anybody else join in that I missed?
We haven't had anybody else join in, but just
Okay.
on behalf of Dash, the peaks and valleys were just right.
Now Takia is here now.
Yeah, no, I know she was here. I'm just wondering if there's anybody else here too.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I would love to be able to have like
Yeah.
3 fresh groups going if possible.
It did not pick up that anime flair that I had at the begin on the first read. And the only reason I say anime flair is because you had one character speaking a lot louder than a person in hiding should speak. A lot of times you see that in anime. It's like, don't you leave, you know, and it's like, you're supposed to be hiding from the bad guys who are just but several feet away.
Oh, right. And then they're having a full volume conversation, and it's just they're talking forever. Like, we don't have much time. We have to move soon. Yeah, and there's like 30 minutes of dialogue happening right there,
Yeah.
Aaron, the Titans will
expounding
hear us.
background stories and whatnot.
Yeah. Fist is about to make contact 6 seasons later.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have to block this punch.
Yeah.
I have to remember my training.
Yeah.
Now, son.
Makes binge watching One Punch Man so much better.
Oh, One Punch Man. I love it so much.
I love
it.
Anyway,
Only on Netflix. We're only
But-
having-
yes. But anyway, yes,
Yeah.
fantastic, both of you.
Good job.
I liked it. You know, I would hire you guys. Yes. No.
You got the job.
that was real convincing.
Shatner doing directing. You
You got the job.
You got
have
the
the part.
job.
The
You're
next captain of the Enterprise.
I hire you. There's the hire button.
Well, we'll always have Bunkhouse 1.
Roll credits. Roll the credits.
All right, Takia, would you like to give this a shot? Takia, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Would you like to give this a shot? Or would you rather listen in?
Well, I'd rather listen because, well, at first I read it and I was like, okay, I could probably do this. But then after hearing your performances, both group performances, I kind of chickened out. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
Okay. I mean, I would always encourage you to give a script that you might not be comfortable with a try anyways, but if you don't want to, there is no pressure on it. There's no pressure on you to do it.
It's true.
You're more than welcome to go ahead and listen in. You can go ahead and chime in if you'd like to as well.
Okay.
You can do that. That's not a problem.
All right.
Alrighty then. Well, so who played a Refugee 2 the first time around?
Nathan did.
I did.
Okay, Nathan, you are going to be Refugee 1.
Oh.
And, wow, I completely blanked.
My name is Ian. Born in
No. You are, I was thinking.
I am Refugee 2.
Why can't I think? No, because I'd like to perform the script with you, Ian.
Okay.
Why did I feel like a jerk. I completely blanked. Who's our...
What's going on?
Who was I just opposite to? I can't believe I completely blanked.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brent will be reading Refugee 1.
Oh my gosh, I feel like a jerk. I'm sorry. I don't have my screen in front of me, so for when that stuff happens, I usually look at it, but I completely blanked. I'm sorry, Brent.
It's okay, Michael. It's okay.
There's only 5 of us in here.
It's okay. You're fired. You're fired, Michael.
Yeah, I figured.
Just kidding. You're not fired.
Hey, I did read Refugee 2 last time. Also, I'll read it again.
That's right. No, you did read Refugee 2. Okay, well,
Surely I can only get better.
No, I guess then we'll just go ahead and have the groups just switch sides then.
All right.
Okay.
Well, after this, after we go back and forth, then I would be more than happy to sit and listen to you and Ian read.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and get through the groups then, shall we?
Okay.
So Ian and Nathan, you will be now each other's counterpart.
Oh, I thought I was
Taking
reading
the
with you.
opposites.
All right.
No. Ian, for right now, you'll be go ahead and reading Refugee 2 to Nathan's Refugee 1.
Okay, got it. Who am I? Okay.
Now, I was doing some unnecessary juggling in my head for some weird reason. Anyway, whenever you're ready, guys, go for it.
All right. Hey, sit here. Quickly. Put your hand on your wound. It should stop the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. It was stupid of me not to wait longer. I'm so hungry. I got careless.
Stop it. I am sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid.
Oh, what are we going to do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You'll die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka? He did not last a week in that place.
Yes. Our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay along for that long in that hell. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
That is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget my pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes, and what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom, does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I am troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret. Though I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You've always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave. By yourself. I will only slow you down. It's the only way.
You know that I cannot do that. This wound has simply made you crazier than normal, okay? Now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice, because without this bag of food and the medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police will not find us. They're not smart either, you know.
Do you hear the dogs? They will find us soon. You know this, my friend. Dogs always like me better. So when they arrive, they'll chew you up first. And I would have to sit here listening to your stupid screams.
Yes, and I could give you that satisfaction. I just
don't.
Go
now, and don't look back. Please, just look forward to our families and our children, and tell them not to worry. I'm at peace knowing that their bellies are full. And in my final hours, I can keep them safe and warm. Now leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, my old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
I'm coming back to punch you. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, what do you know? I left Dimitri and Yuri in at the very bottom. Wow, I feel like an idiot. All right. All right, Brent, what did you think of that performance?
They had some good. I was feeling some pain. I was definitely feeling some pain.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of life to it. It felt a little dark and maybe under a bridge. Maybe.
Okay.
Say where they are.
Yeah, it does, up at the top.
Okay. Well,
So is there in a drain pipe?
I felt it. Okay. Well, that sounds about right. I was feeling that.
The box.
Is that where you are, behind the box?
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, it sounded just like that.
Well,
Behind the box.
little motivational secret. I grabbed my side as though I were holding a wounded.
Oh, that's what I did
whole
too.
time. And
That's what
I leaned down and in my head I'm laying on the floor doing this. So it was just,
That was me. How is that for Refugee 1 too?
put myself right in there, and it's like, I could taste the blood coming up in my mouth. I mean, just,
I bleed just like you. We all bleed green.
Yeah, I like it.
oh, I love acting.
I love acting.
Now, if I may, I thought you guys kind of slipped back into your very first performance.
Yeah, I felt
Very
it too.
first read. A little too loud, a little too
Okay.
overdone in certain places, just a bit too much.
I
You guys are trying to be stealthy, trying to get away, and this is a tough situation. That was borderline and a little too cartoony for my taste, at least.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see a little bit more of a little bit subtler acting, a little bit subtler scene pulling, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Where you got to give weight to the dialogue here a little bit more the general acting. In fact, Nathan, some of the lines were completely lost in the speaking while sputtering.
Gotcha.
So it was just impossible to understand what it was you were saying. If I didn't have subtitles on, which I have on every single game I've ever played.
Thank gosh.
Just a personal thing.
Crud, I was acting a scene from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you got to make sure to make what you're saying known, because you two are trying to be quiet to each other and still be understood.
Yeah. None of that.
So taking a second to recompose yourself a little bit before talking, that would fit. Allowing yourself to go back, a little bit to re-say something that you feel might not have been understood properly. That'd fit. Trying to allow this to bubble up, but try at the same time to sort of force it down. You're kind of double acting at that point. You're acting like you already have a wound, but now you're also acting like not only do you have the wound, but you're also trying to subdue the wound.
Yeah, I slipped over into a little more on-camera style.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of agree with Michael on this. For me personally, I like the first read way better than the second.
We only did our first read. What?
Well,
I think she means the end of the first performances.
I'm talking about the first performance. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
It's our first time.
No, she's referring to the first performance you guys did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the first performance in my eyes was a Golden Star, but this one, it didn't have to me what the first read had. It kind of lacked in some places, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's hit it
All
again.
right. Yeah, go for it. One more time from the top.
Hey, sit here quickly. Put your hand on your wound. It should slow the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me not to wait longer. I am so hungry. I got careless.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid.
What are we going to do? I am hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You will die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka. He did not last a week in that place.
Yes, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for very long in that hell. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
Is not funny. You know you're trying to get me to forget my pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes. And what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that I am troubled. I think you know that if I am troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret. No, I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You've always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I'll only slow you down.
You know
Only
that I cannot do that.
All right, back up. You stepped too quickly.
Oh, it says interrupt. Oh, okay. Step too quickly.
Yeah, but you stepped too quickly.
Okay.
Maybe during only way is when you want to step in.
Only way. Okay.
So go from that line.
It is the only way.
You know that I cannot do that. This wound has simply made you crazier than normal, okay? Now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police will not find us. They're not smart either, you know.
Do you hear the dogs? They will find us. They will find us soon. And you know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they will chew you up first. And I would have to sit here and listening to your stupid screams.
Yes, and I can never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think...
Go now and don't look back. Please just look forward to our families and our children and let them and tell them not to worry. I'm at peace knowing that their bellies are full, and in my final hours, I could help keep them safe and warm. Now leave me, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
Chuckle, groan.
That's the line.
Yeah.
All
That
right,
is
opening
right.
it up. What did you guys think of that performance? Got it. You stunned him again.
Did you possibly back off too much?
You think so?
Yeah,
Which one?
I agreed with the well, I think that I felt the pain in one, because that's really the one that's bringing all the hurt, right? So refugee 1,
Yeah.
and then the refugee 2 is the steady trying to soothe this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like that first one. I agree with Michael. Maybe it was a bit much, but I thought maybe this one was there's something in between. Yeah. Maybe there's somewhere in between, because there are parts where the guy is going to get, maybe he gets a little loud on a couple or of the lines. He is dying, after all.
Yeah. I feel like us being in the pipe gives us a few more minutes to talk. But at the same time, once those dogs are there.
Now think about this in this
decision
scene.
time.
Okay. Pipes carry sound.
Reverb.
There's
How
gonna
we
be
factored in the echo.
and in that scene, in the post-production, there will be reverb, which denotes that anybody outside that pipe would hear anything above a certain amount of hush. So it's like, even though the guy's dying, he knows he's trying to hide, so he's trying to hold it back as much as possible, so he may be groaning a little bit, but not totally letting it out, because he doesn't want to give away their position to the enemy. And so,
But
just a technical note.
Yeah. But Brent, you're thinking that maybe he could push it back up a little bit more, just a touch?
Just a touch. I just felt like that one I could hear everything very clearly, and I felt the emotion. I knew where as the conversation went back and forth, but I didn't feel the guy so much dying that time. Did you have your finger in your side that time?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Maybe you need to push it a little further.
You see this bullet? I want you to push it farther.
So if you were going to give it like a percentage amount, like, a certain amount, if it isn't, a half step up or anything like that, how far up do you think you should push it back? So let's say the first read was 100%, and this read was maybe, I don't know, 25%?
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
where do you think he should? Where do you think you should actually have it?
So about 20 more percent, 15, 20 more percent
yeah.
to just
Okay.
to fill it a little more. I don't know.
Yeah. No. I definitely agree with that assessment.
I was gonna say let's just say like the bullet went clean and we're just closing it right now, and whatever I push, it's just
Alrighty then. Well, then why don't you give it?
This does call for effort noises. It really does.
It does. It definitely does. They're not written in there, but they're there.
and it adds to the scene too.
Yes, it does.
Come on,
Because from the beginning, you've been shot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm walking around with a bullet floating around on the inside of me, and God knows what.
exactly.
Now,
Alrighty then. So from the top, whenever you guys are ready,
Yeah, Michael, can I try something at the beginning? Just
you are more than welcome to go for it.
okay. Come on. Hey, sit here quickly. Put your hand on that wound. It should stop the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me to wait longer. I'm so hungry. I got careless.
Stop it. I am sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid.
What are we going to do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You will die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka. He did not last a week in that place.
Yes. Our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for that long. In that hell. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. You know, I know you were trying to get me to forget my pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes. And what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I am troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret. Though I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You always have given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down. It is the only way.
You know that I cannot do that. This wound has simply made you crazier than normal, okay? Now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice, because without this bag of food and medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police will not find us. They're not smart either, you know?
Do you not hear the dogs? They will find us soon. And you know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they'll chew you up first. And I will have to sit here listening to your stupid screams.
Yes, and I can never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think...
Go now. Go. Don't look back, please. Just look forward to our families and our children and tell them not to worry. I am at peace knowing that their bellies are full, and in my final hours, I could help to keep them safe and warm. Now, leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself. Oh.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to earn my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
All right. What did you think of that, Reed?
I like the
very
part
good.
where he lived. Oh, that was good.
That was very good.
I
think you hit that right on. I was all into it.
I noticed that I was doing like I nonchalantly put breathing as Refugee One was doing his speech. I was like, oh man. I did that on instinct. I was like, oh no.
Did I hear
No, that's
tears
fine.
hitting your microphone? It literally sounded like Ian was about to start crying right there at the end.
Oh no, I was. I was like, you got me.
Don't cry for me, my friend.
No, shit. Because for me, for how I tackle RG2, it's like, oh no, you're not gonna die, dude. We got this. You got this all stuck in. No.
Nah, you're dead.
Dude, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead, dude.
No, that was the right emotional space. That was the right amount of effort put into every lines. That was the right amount of acting into the whole thing. That was it. That was the take.
Sweet.
Congratulations.
I
You've done
like
it.
that. You're hired.
To borrow a phrase,
All right, you hired.
I love
both
it
of
when
you.
a scene comes together.
Number one thing in VO mic check. He's dead, dude.
You know the thing about this is, and I'm just going to chime this little thing in here, is this is so much like theatrical acting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and I've heard Pat Fraley talk about this. Now, game designers and developers would never own this, and they don't like people saying this, but there's a lot of melodrama involved. There is a theatrical style to voice acting in video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, if anything, if you're going to do video games, study Shakespeare. You will do well to study Shakespeare.
Hey, Ian, I did on your second line, I caught something that maybe it's been said that way already.
Wait, which one? To find yours goodbye?
No, stop it. I'm sorry. You read, and I think you read it correctly. I wasn't reading it correctly.
Oh, well.
Because I read it like, stop it. I'm sorry. But then he says apologies won't help us right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you read it, stop it, sarcastically. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like he was saying, I'm sorry. No, you're being sarcastic. Like you're saying, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure. So I think you were correct though. I just hadn't caught that. Is what I'm saying. I didn't catch that. The way that I think that probably should, how that sentence is read.
Was that not exactly what you were going for?
No, I was just like, because I was in instinct mode, so I can't remember what I did.
You start getting so much into scene, you forget all about.
Because for me, like sometimes, like I totally forget. Sometimes, like I did that. I don't remember doing that.
It sounded great. I mean, when you read it that way, I went, "Oh, oh, okay."
I was sometimes I don't even remember what I do. I don't recognize it.
Well, yeah, because it's like by the time you get to the end of it, it's like I was there, but I don't remember saying that.
It's because every single time it's like if I'm like really, really into something, I won't remember exactly how I did it. I'll just send it, and the person's like, "Oh, yeah, I like that one," and I was like, I can't do that again. I can't do it again. Exactly.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Well, Brent, are you ready for this?
I don't know if I can do any better. That was
Are
pretty
you
good.
ready to be Refugee 1?
Yeah, I think there's a reason they have auditions in a closed room. I think they would have had this audition, and then everyone out. If the door had been open, everyone else would have been like, "Okay, and they got it." Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but we can't do that to ourselves because you never know when you're gonna unintentionally wow them.
Yeah.
You're right.
Don't poison the well.
Yeah, just go for it. This is why I say, like, when you are behind the microphone, when you have a script in hand, you are an actor. You are not the director. You leave the opinions up to them. You do your performance.
Yep. That's your primary reality. You live in your secondary.
Yes.
All right. So are you ready to blow them out of the water?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Hey, sit here, quickly. Put your hand on the wound. It should slow the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me not to wait longer. I'm so hungry. I got careless.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry. Fortunately, it is only you who are stupid.
What are we going to do? I'm hurt badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You'll die.
But if we get caught and go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka? He didn't last a week in that place.
Yes, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive very long in that place. You, on the other hand, you could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget my pain, but time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes. And what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I'll not keep my feelings a secret. Though I promise you not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for making me smile. You have always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down. It's the only way.
You know I cannot do that. This would have simply made you crazier than normal, okay? Now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and the medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police will not find us. They're not so smart either, you know.
Do you not hear the dogs? They will find us soon. And know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they would chew you up first. I would have to sit here and listen to your stupid screams.
Yes. And I could never give you that satisfaction. I just
Go. Now. Don't look back. Please. Just look forward to our families and our children and tell them not to worry. I'm at peace knowing that their bellies are full, and in my final hours I can help keep them safe and warm. And I'll leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I will not forget you. There are very few people such as you, old friend, who've lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have the more. Pick up. I will not forget you. There are very few people, such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry. I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
And scene. All right, what did you all think? Opening it up.
Okay. So one of the things that I noticed, Brett skipped a word.
What?
I can't remember where, but he skipped a word in the first, on the first page. I can't remember where. Either he skipped it or I did not hear the word that he skipped.
Don't say that to Kit.
Yeah, it could be latency. I didn't catch anything, but I was kind of caught up in the moment.
I didn't. I was listening to you guys, but I don't recall catching anything. It may have been some latency.
Hooray for packet loss.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Yeah, it might have been latency. Again, I didn't hear anything, but but Nathan and Ian would probably be better to double check with that.
Because for me, I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear a thing? Wow, you lost everything.
No.
Wow.
Like I didn't hear.
Man, it's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I'm actually deaf. I'm just gonna know.
I said stuff.
Crazier things. The one-armed drummer.
Yeah. I had my, you guys had my full attention. I did have to prop my booth door open because it got very hot in here. So
yeah.
For like,
during that performance that I was doing, I'm like tensed up and dying. So, well, it's like Stevie Valance said, if you don't walk away sweating, you're not really acting.
Okay.
I think she said that anyway. Gave her a quote anyway.
Free quotes.
But yeah, we'll blame it on the internet. Beside that point, you guys, yeah, it didn't sound like you didn't skip a beat, and I mean, it felt real.
Yeah.
Oh, I also like the first performance better than the second one. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's another thing.
Okay. Well, what did you like more about the first performance than the second? Did you prefer the roles? Did you think the tone was better? Did you like what was it?
I guess the role and the tone was way better the first performance, and again, to me, it didn't have as much fire as the first performance did.
Okay. Well, then what do you think? Should we do it one more time, or should we
One more once.
All right. One more time.
More fire.
Okay,
right.
can we get a little direction on that? More fire. You want it should be more lively?
I think she's referring to a passion.
Yeah, I'm preferring to passion.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, sit here, quickly. Put your hand on that wound. It should slow the bleeding. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. That was stupid of me not to wait longer. I'm so hungry, I got careless.
Stop it. I'm sorry. Apologies won't help us right now. Yes, you are hungry. We are both hungry. Fortunately, it's only you who are stupid.
What are we going to do? I'm hurt very badly.
I don't know. But we can't stay here too long. You'll die.
But if we get caught, go to prison, we will both die. You know what happened to Pashka. He didn't last a week in that place.
Yes, our dear friend Pashka. He was too kind and peaceful to stay alive for long in that place. You, on the other hand, could possibly last a year or more.
This is not funny. I know you're trying to get me to forget my pain. This is not... Time is not on our side. We must choose now.
Yes. And what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life on the line. Pick up. Yes. And what do you suggest, huh? Well, it is your life that hangs in the balance, my wounded comrade. And I suppose wisdom does favor the desperate, man.
You won't like what I have to say.
Try me. I think you know that if I'm troubled by what I hear, I will not keep my feelings a secret. Though, I promise not to punch you this time.
Thank you, my friend, for not making me smile. You have always given me that. This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I will only slow you down. It is the only way.
Sorry about that. Can you, just from you must leave, can you start from there?
Oh.
Sorry, my wife distracted me a little bit here.
This is what I have to say. You must leave by yourself. I'll only slow you down. It is the only way.
You know I can't do that. This one has simply made you crazier than normal, okay? Now, tell me something not so crazy.
You have no choice. We have no choice. Because without this bag of food and medicine, our families will starve. Our children will only get sicker by the day. You know this is true.
Maybe the police will not find us. They're not so smart either, you know.
Did you not hear the dogs? They will find us soon. Know this, my friend. Dogs have always liked me better. So when they arrive, they would chew you up first. And I would have to sit here and listen to your stupid scream.
Yeah. Yes. And I could never give you that satisfaction. I just don't think.
Go now. And don't look back, please. Just look forward to our families and our children. And tell them not to worry. I'm at peace knowing that their bellies are full, and in my final hours, I can help to keep them safe and warm. Leave, my friend, before I change my mind and call the dogs myself.
I'll not forget you. There are very few people, such as you, old friend, who have lived long enough to find my respect. I'm just sorry that I could not have done more to find yours. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And thank you, my dearest friend, for not punching me.
Anyway,
Oh my god!
Oh, never mind. It's a through and through. Let's go, Uri.
He coughed up the bullet.
yeah.
Let's get out of here, Yuri. It's a through and through. I was just kidding.
Okay, so what did you guys think of that
All in
performance?
Well, okay, this is coming from my me being a future audio engineer slash director. To me, it didn't. I still found something missing, and that first performance is kind of tagging on to me, and it won't let go.
Okay. You gotta help us pinpoint a little bit more than just that.
I heard a little less hush as you guys went along.
Yeah, that
It's like
too.
it's like, hey, the dogs are getting closer. Let's talk a little louder.
Well, I mean, my personal justification for that is that it doesn't matter anymore. The dogs are coming closer.
True.
I will
Especially-
agree. I was probably getting up on the mic a little more, and I could feel that, but I was pushing against my side, and I was pushing towards my mic, and I couldn't get back.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a gymnastics trick to twist around and still stay 8 inches from the microphone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I definitely could have done a better job staying away from the mic on my part. Yeah.
I tell you, one thing, I should have stretched my legs before coming in here.
Yeah, this is the longest mic check we've had in a little while.
Well, no, I'm talking about just what I did to, because I kind of, when I did what I did earlier, I bent myself down and bent at the knees just ever so slightly. And then I leaned back just a little bit and then just kind of waved in and out of the microphone as I needed to adjust my where I was at. So just a touch of mic technique and then body language. And, the rest just kind of followed after. Most of the time I don't even think about it. But tonight I kind of like focus on, okay, what did I do? Okay, that's how I did that. But it's very different playing a death scene on mic versus doing something where you're laying on the floor and,
But that's the magic of voice acting. You got to make it come alive.
It is honestly more imaginative than theatrical acting.
Because you're just playing with your voice.
Or cinematic acting, for that matter, just because of what we have to do with our minds and imaginations while we're in the middle of doing this. Yeah. But
He'd like that kid from Jungle Book, because he had like a very active imagination.
Yeah, that's the example we need to follow right there. That kind of active imagination.
Because he literally just had a green screen and he had to play with that. It's like, these are your lines. This is what's happening to you. You're on the green screen. Go.
You are talking face to face with a bear right now. Okay.
Well, speaking of that, also, what about Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Sir Ian McKellen as Gandalf. Most of the time, he wasn't even in the same scene as the other actors.
Wow.
Yeah, he was. Apparently, there's a story where he almost quit the movie because of how distressed he was that he wasn't able to actually be on screen with any of the other actors at a time. That a lot of the stuff that he had to do just on his own, nobody to play off of, nothing like that, because of the perspective changes and the different sets they had to use to make it look like the exact same place, but just Gandalf is a bigger character than the rest of them.
That is extremely hard.
Audition for that.
That is extremely.
That
takes
very. I mean, that's a figuratively and literally speaking, that's a big role to play. And
that's another level.
Yeah, and he did a lot of that on his own. So, that's the kind of imagination that we need to pull ourselves into as well. Yeah. That sort of, because from what I understand also in video game work, many times you don't have your fellow actors to act off of.
I mean, you could also play with mocap too when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to add more to it, and then you have to reference it to the script, and then you have to read it, and then you have to watch what you were doing in the mocap to correctly add the actions. Like, oh man, so many factors.
There is. Well, the thing of it is, okay, look.
But at the same time, very good.
My first animation ever, and I had no one else to play off of but me. So,
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's like,
so
here's your lines. You're talking to da 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 da, and
well, it looks like we're going to need to have more of these scripts because this is something that we definitely need practice on.
yes, yes.
Anyway,
And
this has been quite the mic check so far, hasn't it?
I've been loving this.
I like it. It's fun.
I'm very performance minded, so it's like, yeah.
Because for me, I like getting pushed. Getting pushed is fun.
Yeah, getting pushed and jumping outside yourself, you know, it tears off the layers of everything else, and it's like, forget the rest of the world exists. This is your world right now.
Yeah, because I want to do that all the time. I know sometimes I don't exactly be there, but when I'm there, it's like, oh gosh, I need to practice getting into that more.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching a lot of, dramatic style stuff lately, and I'm watching all these other actors perform their lines, and I'm watching this one actress, and she says more. I mean, since she's on camera, she says more with her face than she does with her lines.
Yeah,
just because of how she carries herself. But at the same time, it's like, okay, given the lines to back up that look, you would tear it up in the voice acting world.
Yeah, because for me, I want it sort of like Charlie Adler style, where he just like eats up the script and just tackles it first head on, and I'm like, gosh,
that moment where he said,
that's another level.
You have to show him his driver's license when he's done because he forgets who he is.
Who am I? Where are we right now?
I have walked out of here where my wife has said, "You do remember who you are, right?"
Who am I?
You're Nathan, okay?
Alrighty then. Well, I think this is probably a good time to end it. I was thinking about doing, a couple more, switching up the actors, but this has been quite the mic check so far.
It has. It's been fantastic. You guys on YouTube, if you missed this, why did you miss this?
It's really fun.
Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, you haven't missed it. If you've gotten to this point, you haven't missed it. Just join us next time.
Yes,
please. Love to have you in. Please.
Get involved. Get interactive with us, man. We are here for you.
Yeah.
All righty then. Well, hey, thank you everybody for all of your performances and for being here, for your input, for everything. Thank you very much, and we'll see you all next week.